words, but then, like Oliver Twist, he's asking for more. He appealed to the Rivers State government to supply additional food items along the rice. I feel like I'm a bit too slow now. But I've got it. Don't worry. I got it handled.
1 trailer of rice that they bring for us contain about 650 bags of rice. Is shared by the entire communities in the Boa accordingly. And each ward will share it per 50 per family. 2.5 bags. For what they will do for us, it is only rice they bring. We cannot just eat only rice. We can buy salt, we can buy pepper, something to use and eat the rice. So whatever the government know that we can use it to complete the rice, I mean, they should help us.
Okay, just a little bit of a background. I've already said it before, but just to say it again, the local government areas in Rivers State have actually been distributing the subsidy palliatives that the state government received from the federal government and, of course, the Nigeria Governors Forum. The federal government gave 2 billion naira to the state, and the Nigeria Governors Forum gave rice to the state. It's something they decided to do, and they've been doing it across board. So 16,800 bags of rice is what Rivers State received, and they have been sharing. And I also remember that the state governor, Siminala Ifubara, he set up a palliative sharing committee when the palliatives were received in the state, and he gave them a charge. He says they should ensure that this rice get to the people that need the rice. All right. So back to the question I'm asking you. Do some poor people deserve more of the palliatives than the others? Based on what you've heard this man say. And the second one, are the palliatives enough for the needy in your local government area? The people that have received, have you heard from them? If you're one of the people that received, what's up? Is it enough? The man says, thank God for rice, but we will not just boil rice and eat. We need more, right? Yeah, we need to make it jollof. The Nigerian jollof is not white rice. We add things to, give it the color and the taste and everything. So if the state government can now add, since you got from the federal government and Nigerian Governors Forum, thank God, can you now add your own so that we can now have things to cook the rice with? I mean, they also need perhaps gas or kerosene to cook. So you've heard my questions. So let's talk. Get on Facebook, join the conversation, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. And then, of course, the numbers to call are 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0007. For messages, you can send them via WhatsApp to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Don't worry, the phone lines are good. Just keep trying. You'll definitely get across, okay? And remember, we have a call screener, so you should be used to that by now, but, just a reminder. Okay, Clinton is calling from Bori. Hello, Clinton.
Constance, good evening to you.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, the palliative the government did was called, what was it called? Subsidy removal palliative.
Mm-hmm.
Not flood palliative.
Oh.
So the federal government, in their wisdom, said that the removal of fuel subsidy have caused harsh economic conditions for Nigerians, and they are trying to cushion the effect by giving out palliatives to the state government. Now, what role has the state government played? The state government ought to have contributed their own part, their own quota, to add to what the federal government have done to provide for those affected. Now, those in this area, that are those flood-prone areas that are suffering, this government and the local government should be able to provide for these people, not what the federal government brought in. So it's not enough. It can never be enough for everybody. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. And when he says for everybody, I get a little bit concerned, because it's not expected that everybody should get the palliatives, right? It's not expected that everybody should get it. They said the poorest of the poor. So it's for the needy, actually, people that don't have. It's not that they will not come to a community and somebody that has one provision store that is doing well will now come and be collecting rice. Why now? So they've brought rice for our community people, oh. But it's actually for the poorest of the poor. But then, are some people more needy than other people? Should some people get more than others based on what the Paramount ruler is calling for? Hello, Braid from Trans-Samadi.
Yeah, Constance, good evening once again.
Good evening, I am Braid.
Yeah, the palliative is the poor to the poorest people, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, the poorest of the poor, they are supposed to have more of the palliative. For me, I do not even call this palliative because there is no how if you are giving a palliative, you give somebody half costa rubber of rice. Nigeria does not have statistics of their people. Nigeria does not have a database. If it is the Western world, I believe that the poorest of the poor will have a bag of rice and other condiments will also follow it. And even cash will also, they will just deliver it at their doorstep. But here, the rich is the one that is even taking the palliative.
I am Braid.
Look at what happened at the National Assembly before they go for return. The minister said they have sent prayers to their mailbox.
Okay, I am Braid. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't want us to deviate from the conversation, right? So,
okay,
have you been to anywhere in any? I don't know. We are calling from Trans-Samadi. Are you in any way aware of the people in charge of the subsidy palliative over there? What local government is Trans-Samadi again? Is it Obiakpo?
That is they are not part of Obiakpo.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I think I've seen, but for me,
so people actually got the palliatives in Obiakpo.
Yes, people got, but they
so
were
it has
not
nothing to do
really,
with those of them at the National Assembly. That's just what I want us to ensure that we get.
People got it, but what they are giving to the people, that is not a palliative, my sister.
All right, thank you very much. So it's so that we don't start talking about National Assembly, right? When people actually, the state government said we received the amount earmarked for River State, and they've distributed to the local government areas, right? So that has been established. So we've passed that level of whether somebody stole the palliative or took some out of it. No, that's not what we're discussing. So let's just focus on what we are discussing right now. I'm asking if some people need it more than the others in the committee of poor people, right? And then the palliatives, are they also enough? The man says it's not enough to give us rice. Give us what you used to cook the rice. Hello, Hector from Degema. Welcome.
Just a minute, Constance.
Welcome aboard. Good evening.
Just to correct that, what Janet said. Trans-Samadi is not Obiakpo, Trans-Samadi is Falga.
Really?
Yes, it's Port Harcourt City local government. So, on the palliative, to answer your question, yes, some people need it more. There are people that really need it more. They've distributed the federal government subsidy palliative, but now, from the complaints we are hearing from the king, the traditional ruler, I think there are people in some physical areas that really need more. And it now calls on the local government in those areas to, be needful, because government is local. They are more close to the people. So it is time for the local government chairman to, express, to administer this the governance, good governance that will affect, that will touch the lives of these localities, the people in the localities, the flood has affected. Because I know that even the subsidy palliative is not going to last, maybe just 2-3 days rice, and that rice that they shared, I believe, that's finished. So the local government is now up for the local government to at least, come to the plight of the people. We must not wait on the state government and the federal government. These are people in their localities. Any local government chairman that is not doing well should speak up now to do well. Maybe
All right.
he will be elected for second time. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for calling, Hector. I can't take any more calls right now. I've got commercials, and afterwards, I'll be right back. I see your messages, and I'll read them, okay? And these people that are trying to confuse me with whether Transamadi is Obiakbo or Falga, I will find out. But I think it's Transamadi, Obiakbo. here is something you need to know. And I'm sure you've been hearing the jingle before now, but you need to hear it from me, right? Yeah, so let me tell you that I Beg to Differ 2023 is coming up pretty soon. So it's season 2 of our students' debates, I Beg to Differ. So last year, we had Oseni Oluwabumi win ₦1 million as she emerged champion. So there's a question. And the question is, who is going to win all that money this year? So secondary school students who are aged between 12 to 18 and interested in participating in this year's edition should do well to send in, of course, with the help of their parents or guardians, a video of them speaking on the topic, why peace is important for the progress and development of a nation. Why peace is important for the progress and development of a nation. And do well to remember that you should also state your name and your age. All right? So the entries should be sent to socialph@nigeriainfo.fm. Socialph@nigeriainfo.fm. The deadline is 6th of October. Don't miss out. I Beg to Differ 2023 is powered by Odibola Properties. All right, so let's get back to the conversation on palliatives, right? Subsidy removal palliatives. I remember when the story came out that the federal government has announced a 5 billion naira palliative for each state of the federation. People were like, they want to steal money. Remember, they actually had a plan. The initial plan was to give out 8,000 naira each to each household of the poorest of the poor. And Nigerians vehemently kicked against it. And then they came up with something else, right? So, looking at the word palliative, because I'm already seeing a message here where someone is talking about refineries. So I'm just thinking, we're not talking about a long-term thing. It's palliative. So the dictionary meaning of palliative is a medicine or form of medical care that relieves symptoms without dealing with the cause of the condition. So this is not to treat the problem. It's just so that you'll be fine. Just at least so that we can carry you, so that you can wait for when we are ready for you. It's like a painkiller. It doesn't necessarily heal the wound. Like I've got this cut on my index finger, right hand, right? So yeah, I took painkillers. That's not what's healing the wound. But it's to help me comport myself while the healing process is ongoing. So that's what palliatives are. Okay, so back to the story now. This Paramount ruler from a community in Rivers State, Amelem community in Abu-Odua local government area, he wants the people in charge of distributing the palliatives to prioritize the local government areas or those places that are flood affected or that are affected by floods. All right, so he's saying that, see, those of us who are in places where flood has ravaged our homes and properties or our area, we deserve more of these palliatives. Yes, we're the ones that need it more. And this is because our farmlands have been destroyed. We don't even have anything to start with. So we need more of whatever you people are offering. So if some people are if everybody's getting painkillers, I'm trying to look for a way to do this. People should not just give us the painkillers. Give us water to take it with. And then give us food to also eat. And then perhaps, while we are going through the healing process. But then he says, the rice we received, that's fine, that's good, but we need more. We don't just need rice. We need something to cook it with. And I believe that the man's request is not bad, right? You've given us rice. Can we also get things to make this rice edible? But it's palliatives. I just have to start with that. So do some poor people deserve more palliatives than the others? And then, are the palliatives enough for those who need them in your local government area? 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0002. Livinus Njoko from Eche says, 3 bags of rice was given to my political unit, and 1 cup of rice was given to every widow, 1 cup to the helpless elderly ones, 1 cup for 2 youths. In fact, some people missed it. But if I may ask, are we in a war? I don't know why this message is trying to make me laugh. But if I may ask, are we in a wartime when refugees could be given palliatives? Why can't the government fix the refineries and ensure that cost of living is within the poor masses' reach? Well, the palliatives is so that while they are fixing the refineries, see me talking as if I'm a government spokesperson, I beg. So that while they are fixing the refineries, remember they promised that the refineries will come upstream in December. I mean, this is September coming to an end. Before you know it, it's December. So while you're waiting for the refineries to begin functioning, right, properly, not 100% anyway, but take this one safe. At least use this one to hold body, so that when everywhere now nice and stew, it will not go where. All right, what is this palliative? Someone is asking. Confidence from Ozuzueche says, I was mad when I saw some women complain about 1 cup of rice they received without meat and cash. Wonders shall never end. Confidence. Where did you meet these women? Hello, Mr. Zion.
I am one Nigerian who kicked against this palliative because I look at it that it's a Trojan gift. They will give you with the right and collect from the left. Besides, it's inimical to the people. And in my dismay, it's just as if I'm a loner. Where are the educated people in this country? Constance, let's do the arithmetic. You remove subsidy that, you don't know what you are paying this money for. Now, with the grace of God on our side, you realize some billions of naira from the removal of the subsidy because there is a problem. You did not solve the problem. Rather, the money you received, you bought with gifts to go share as palliative. Have you solved the problem? No. You have compounded the problem for the people. Now, the people are buying commodities on high rate. Fuel on the increase, commodities on the rise. They don't even get what they want. So you find out that the subsidy removal, the effect has been defeated. In fact, just like when they asked Jesus, when you cast this demon out of this person, they go to the desert, stay a little bit, and you come back with 7,000 back to the person they just removed from. That is what the federal government has done. And that is why Mr. Zion, I detest this process.
Well, Mr. Zion, you're not part of the people they had in mind when they were planning to give out palliatives.
Nobody should be. Do you know that this government alone, from the federal government, we are targeting the poorest of the poor, is a contradiction, and they have contravened the Constitution.
All right, Mr. Zion.
Say that there is a dignity to every Nigerian, which means don't tell any Nigerian you are poor.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, Cookie from Iwofe.
Costa, good evening.
Good evening.
Costa, this palliative sharing and the flood. Costa, I have a story I want to tell you about this palliative. Costa, my mother-in-law from municipal government was this Akema village. Her name is Julius Warebo Alaputa. She's 81 years old woman. Last week, went to the center to share palliative. They wrote her name. She was there between 8 and 5 p.m. And I said, they told her that they went to her. She's not a member of PDP. Madam Juliet Warebo Alaputa from Akema was this local government. A widow, 81 years old woman, stand from morning, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They told her publicly that she's not a member of PDP. They won't give her that palliative. That old woman.
So you say the woman, Mr. Cookie, who's the woman to you?
My mother-in-law. The mother to my wife.
Okay, so I want to also understand this.
Village.
I heard you the first time. Are you listening? You're not listening.
Mrs. Juliet.
Mr. Cookie, can you listen at least? You've said that over and over and over. So it's my turn. I want to ask you some questions. So your mother-in-law actually qualifies for poorest of the poor in her community.
Yes, a widow. She's a widow.
I mean, she's 80-something, right? I mean, even if her husband was alive.
81 years.
Okay, so that means nobody is caring for her.
No, I said, no, okay, let's not for that one.
No, we're still here. We're still talking about this. So if she's your mother-in-law, how come she is qualified as poorest of the poor? So is it that your wife doesn't take care of her mom? Like you guys don't reach out to her to find out what she needs?
She takes care of her, but listen, that I level because they said at old age widow they make it. My problem that if they told her she's not qualified, they say she's not a member of PDP. That's my problem.
All right,
I
got that.
Of PDP.
Okay.
That's my problem.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cookie. Well, that's still an allegation that still needs to be confirmed, right? But I'm a bit worried because I believe that there are people who would not attempt to go to look for that palliative because they will feel like, please, I have more than enough. In fact, people should come to my house and collect. There are people who would feel like that, right? But if you're bringing up this part where they told her she's not a member of a political party, then that needs to be investigated, and then, okay, the right thing needs to be done. Thank you very much. Hello, Real Gift. Welcome.
Good afternoon to you, my lady.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. I thought we were told, right? In fact, right from when I was in my mother's womb, I was told that all fingers are not equal. I don't know if you were told also. And if we believe that all fingers are not equal, then it's the case of people who need the palliative parts of people now. They say poorest of the poor, even though they never give me the criteria where they take the measure. But I believe that indeed some persons need this palliative. I don't even like that word palliative anyway, but I will do. Some people need these effects more than others. I agree with the Royal Highness who spoke earlier. And what about, I know some local government, like I know the local government at the time pushed out transport scheme to cushion the effect also. But in this angle now, what are the local government, the LGA chairmen doing at least to support? Because man shall not live by bread alone. But you go look for anything where you go take out that bread. And that's why I agreed with the Royal Highness who said they have rice. But they need something to make the rice, make it dirty when they go cook up now. I believe you understand my point.
Okay.
So for me, it's not all about rice, but at least something to go with the rice so that we will not say the palliative round figure.
All right. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Nathaniel from Bonny Island. Welcome.
Thank you very much. For me, I think the palliative doesn't, and it doesn't make any sense at all to me because it brings more hatred even to society. For instance, in my place, my ward where I stay, only very selected people, very few selected people are given, and if they are not the poorest of the poor. But they were only selected based on their political affiliation. They were only...
Where is your place?
Yes, I'm talking about Bonny, in a ward in Bonny, the urban area.
The ward does not have a name. Ward what?
It's aside in Bonny local government area.
Okay.
Particularly people. Only very few selected persons were selected. And by the time they came back, in short, almost all of them were just invited on and on. So they were only called upon to gather in a place, and they were taken aboard through speedboats across Bonny. And they went to the place where they were selected to be shot And then once they got there, some of them came back with 2 custard of rice, 1 custard of rice, and as the case may be, they came back with just with one of rice. And then when I got to meet one of the leaders, the PDC man, he said the rice is not for everybody, just for those of us who supported the party, and that was all. And the committee not even the single person came to be aware, especially those who were not in that party. So I was just feeling bad, and not only that, if they got the rice, how many days will it take them to eat that rice? I think it will have made more sense if every day you go there and you collect the rice, you come back and eat. The next day, when you are done with it, you go back and collect. Not until the end of this year. You know that maybe the government now done something very, very fine. But nobody will tell me that with it now. So give me from now to the end of this year now. How do you cope? I think it doesn't make any sense at all. If that money was to be used for some other thing instead of this one, it's a wasted effort for me, and it's just lavishing it, making some people rich, because I know for sure that some persons have gathered this rice in their own house. And these are not poor people at all. These are very rich, powerfully rich persons who gather this rice and just selected very few persons and then selected some few bags of rice.
Nathaniel.
For them.
Thank you very much. Alozie from Omuma. Are you still there? Yes, you are.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, sir.
Palliative is not a permanent solution. But in the case of Nigeria and the frustrating economy we have, where people are following in poverty, hardship every day. Constant, if you go to our various rural areas, you understand what I'm saying. Giving palliatives to the people without giving a permanent solution to the problem that is causing this skyrocketing of price of commodities in the market, increasing hardship on the people, is like scooping one cup of water from an ocean and telling the people you have died the sea. In the Nigeria case, palliative for me is like them appropriating the money, recycling it back in them who are political elites. Then use the little one and to the poorest of the poor. And that same poorest of the poor, like what is happening in Rivers in my World War III. They share this palliative based on party sentiment. Those who are loyal to the party, even to those persons who do not even belong to any political party. Those other ones, they say their children did not support their political party in the last election. They deprived these women and these vulnerable men, all these palliatives so sent to the war. So it's a very unfortunate situation. And in Nigeria case too, when these things they want to transfer 8,000 naira, people advocated, some people cried and said, no, fix our salary, fix our things that need to boost this economy. At the end of the day, the same government decided to do what is their wish. It's unfortunate. Palliative will not solve Nigeria problem until we fix what will boost our economy. We will keep on giving palliative and people will keep on crying and shouting and poverty will be wearing the country.
All right, thank you for calling, Alozie. Hello, Mr. Wokoma from Onne. Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening, ma'am. In respect to this palliative, and you are talking about, I just want to know the parameter they are using in sharing, including this poorest of the poor. That is one. And coming to my place, I just went to, I come from Wanga, my precisely. The palliative, we have never seen anything going on about the palliative.
Which local government area is that?
That I come from Oben and Bonesta government.
Okay.
That's where I come from. The palliative, we have never seen, nobody have even called for the palliative. Even during the time of COVID-19, they share it according to families. We have never seen any call that the palliative is ready or not. When are we going to share our own? And I just want to know the poorest of the poor, the parameter they use to calculate it.
I think, all right, thank you very much. For that, you should be asking your local government chairman. Excuse, sir, I need you to explain to me how you people are selecting the poorest of the poor in this local government so that I will know if my family qualifies or not. Well, first of all, you should know that if you earn up to the minimum wage, which is 30,000 naira, you do not qualify for poorest of the poor. That's number one. All right. So whichever other parameters they are using, I don't know, but I think this one is like number one, basic. Silvanus is calling from Obakiri. Hello, Silvanus.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you. Please, I want to add my voice to what the discussion on ground.
All right, go on.
I am surprised what I'm hearing, the way I'm hearing people talk about this palliative. I don't know what actually happened in some places. But I think I commend the local government chairman of Moha local government, where I come from. The way the palliative was shared. The man invited the stakeholders from the various communities all around the local government. They came. And then this thing was shared to all the communities. And in my own community, in Obakiri, was too. The thing was brought to the town hall, the community hall. The information was passed to all members of the community. Come. And as many as came, got their share. Nobody was denied, irrespective of the political party. In fact, there was nothing like party. That's like baffles me when I'm hearing people talk about that the media on family basis and all that. I don't know what happened in their places anyway. But what happened in my place is what I'm saying. So that I think I commend the local government chairman. Yeah, the local chairman of MOR government. But also the leaders of my community. The only thing was handled. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Silvanus from Obakiri. Good evening, presenter. I actually find it difficult to understand why a state like Rivers State is not showing a good example in the quality of palliatives being shared in this state. It seems like the state is just sharing only the palliatives received from the federal government and nothing being added from the state. Borno State added a huge resources from what they received from the center and shared quality palliatives to more families in the state. The video we saw online was that of each family getting a small bag of rice, corn, and other condiments. Why can't Rivers State do such or even do better? Influence from Port Harcourt. That's your message. Eregoba I says, Constance, good evening. I told our rulers and Nigerians that we don't need palliatives. Imagine a family being given 1 cup of rice. The only beneficiaries of palliatives are the political contractors who have been paid to supply the rice and whatever else and are smiling to the bank. We said create jobs and give the people living wages so they will not be treated like beggars, depending on benevolence. Palliatives are for refugees. Nigerian rulers and politicians, stop this jamboree and treat your people with dignity. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0007. So let me just, this is more like to remind you of what the Paramount ruler I mentioned earlier said about the palliatives.
My community, I have almost about 9 families, but the food is not enough for us. We are suffering very well, and the water taking us far a bit. Our food are lost. Our food that we were supposed to eat for years have gone. So the government should help us more and look into it very well. 1 trailer of rice that they bring for us contain about 650 bags of rice. Is shared by the entire communities in the Boa accordingly. And each ward we share it per 50 per family, 2.5 bags. For what they would do for us, it is only rice they bring. We cannot just eat only rice. We can buy salt, we can buy pepper, something to use and eat the rice. So whatever the government know that we can use it to complete the rice, I mean they should help us.
Okay, so you've heard from him. So the man was literally asking that more should be provided. And from the reports, he says those in flood-hit local government areas deserve more of the palliatives because most of their farmlands have been destroyed by the floods. So this is basically saying, see, we started suffering before subsidy removal. So we need more. We deserve more. All right. Okay, I'm going to read your messages when I return when it's time for, what's it called now? Open season. But for now, good evening, Constance. It was shared to everybody in my community, Americana from Obakri. Oh, wow, that's interesting. You didn't tell us the quantity you received. One bag? Anyway. So commercials coming right up. And of course, afterwards, we'll talk about what made Nigeria great after independence. Well, that will come up after the news at 5. Do stay tuned.
Hey, my people, how na day? We know the times turn hard, but higher them will cool. Don't day for Nigerians them. Whether a reliable fridge, freezer, or any other appliances, so
higher time will cool day for you.
Whether an option where the last kakaraka, oh.
Higher time will cool day for you.
Whether an appliance when they consume too much electricity, oh.
Higher time will cool day for you.
And now, higher time will cool don't land with another promo. With them call
we day for you.
From the 15th of August, go reach 31st October. If you buy anything for higher time will cool, them go summer you a woof on top. Hi! Free standing cooker, free microwave, free air fryer, free AC installation, and even more woof day. For more tori, visit any authorized dealer or www.tamocool.com.ng. Make yourself begin enjoy your own woof. Terms and conditions there too. Oh. Higher Tamocool, always there for you.
Come with me. Bask in freedom. There are no deadlines here. Hurry so you can take your time. The sunset from above. A visual buffet. Pictures capture moments. 100 conversations don't exhaust the tale of your new favorite filter. The salt of the sea warm on your dark skin.
I'd love to come back here. A truly immersive experience is our reality. South Africa invites you to summer with us. Create your own story with customizable experiences now. Visit SouthAfrica.net. It's never too late to summer in SA.
When you're in 9 Mobile, Nigeria's own network, you get rewarded for asking for more. So whenever you need more data to stream your favorite movies and music, or to play the latest blockbuster games, 9 Mobile has got you covered with 8 GB for just 1,500 naira, 9.5 GB for 2,000 naira, and many more. So join 9 Mobile now or dial *301# to choose any of our reliable and affordable plans to express yourself freely on Nigeria's confirmed network. 9 Mobile, here for you, here